break into a sweat with even the thought of having company? I'm here to help. After trying just a few of my hosting tips, you'll be more than ready to say, come on over. Hey, let's try to change the angle and maybe set up for something right here so we're not constantly in the kitchen.
Okay,
maybe.
So I just looked up stuff on Google about some hosting tips.
Oh, this should be good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so here's the first one. Send out a Google Calendar invite.
No, move on.
Fine.
Pass.
Shall not pass!
Why?
It says for people
Because
that don't write it down.
people, okay, but that's their problem.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give it.
And you want to get a RSVP type thing back. So you want to get some sort of acknowledgement. If you just send out that, I mean, I just don't. If it's a huge party, like for choir at church or something, yes. But for a dinner party, no. Just invite people. Call them up. Invite them.
Give neighbors a heads up about a party if you think it's going to be loud.
First of all, a party should not be so loud that your neighbors are going to call the police. I think that's just kind of a polite thing. But I think unless you're inviting your neighbors, and I actually would recommend that, if you really want to have a lot of people on the street, you should invite the neighbors, right? So you're not like, hey, we're having a party, too bad you're not invited. No.
Make a big bottle of punch if you can't spend much on drinks.
Okay, I like that. I like the punch idea. This will shock no one. I have a punch bowl. Don't get to use it very often.
Leave a Sharpie for guests who
No!
their
Oh my
glasses.
gosh. Do you see the color of this couch? Sharpie. No, there should never be, no guest should ever have a Sharpie in their hand, especially when they're drinking. No.
Have a few vegan and gluten-free things for people in case they haven't given you their diet restrictions.
All right. So if I was having a couple over, or if Jimmy and I were having a married couple over for dinner, I usually will say, do you have any dietary issues? And then I will accommodate. But if it's a party, no, you're not a short order cook.
If hosting a big group of people, replace the bath hand towel with paper towel.
Oh my gosh! No, there is never a reason to have paper towels available for company. That makes no one feel special. I'm not done telling you why.
Calm down, get a hold of yourself.
Okay, now this might surprise you, but there are these things called guest towels.
Gasp! I never would have guessed.
They're pretty. They're individual. They're throwaway. If you don't want some cool towel, and I've got a really cool rooster towel in there, it's fun. I've got one with an avocado. That's fun. If that is somehow not good enough, then you get these throwaway towels, wastebasket, for the love of paper. Okay. Do not use paper towels.
These are very popular on
Google.
I'm just saying. Okay, leave extra toiletries out in case someone needs a tampon.
Oh! Ew! Dude! What the?
Okay, I'm not opposed to that. However, I am opposed to leaving it out because what man wants to walk into the bathroom and go, oh.
Thank you!
No! I mean, I think that, okay, here's the truth. If you have a bathroom with drawers, people are going to look in the drawers.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
They just are. So,
I don't look in people's drawers.
I don't either, but I can hear the drawers, poof, opening. People just do that. It's okay.
This is not okay. This needs to stop.
I actually have people come out and go, I went through all your drawers. I'm like, oh. But if you have a guest bath, just put those kind of items in the top drawer. They're going to open it anyway if they need it, and it's there.
Plan a loose timeline.
Oh, I like that. If it's a come and go. Now, if it's a dinner party, absolutely not.
You don't want a timeline even for a dinner party.
not a loose timeline.
Oh,
You want a firm.
Toga, 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 toga.
So, and even then, if dinner's at 6:30 and that's when I've told people to be there, then I usually have an appetizer available and I'm still in the kitchen because people are going to wander. You know how Southerners are.
Some fool stole my buggy at the Piggly Wiggly.
They get there loosely. They don't get there before 6:30, which is great. But it could be 6:45, 6:50 before they arrive. So I just do a little appetizer thing and then, plan on like 7.
Arrange the seating so guests can move around furniture easily.
Yeah, you don't want it like a trip and a crash and burn. Although, that's funny.
Makes for a good story.
It does make for a good story.
Have a few games in mind in case things get awkward.
Like what? Hide and seek? Could that get more awkward? What? It probably means like get to know you games. But that's really, you're having people over. I've never, ever had that come up. Who are these people?
The only one that's always had an awkward, like, the get to know you games is always awkward.
Okay.
Always awkward.
Here we go. Okay. What body part are you most insecure about?
Okay, but this coincides with the next tip. Okay, introduce guests who don't know anyone.
Yes. Okay. So my friend Fran, who we've had over, a couple times, she is so good at that. And you're supposed to give a little tidbit like, this is Chris, she's a pianist, or this is Jimmy. He works for a pharmacy, or it doesn't have to be where you work, or it might be some little interesting tidbit about you. Okay.
But do you want to pick and choose who that you introduce them to, or just introduce them to everyone?
People will generally start talking to each other, and I don't have dinner parties generally where people really don't know each other. They're usually people who all know each other, but I could see like maybe if someone's dating and this is a new dating partner, then yeah, you might want to have some tidbits.
Okay, send guests home with leftovers in containers that clutter your closet.
I totally agree with that.
Really?
Actually, so when we get takeout and Jimmy gets the takeout that comes like Japanese or Chinese food, it will come in this really sturdy container with a plastic lid. And that is great for sending home leftovers. Yeah, we do it all the time.
Okay.
That way they don't have to bring it back.
Oh, I was going to say. So even a container that's not very attractive.
Yeah, they don't care. Nobody has said, I can't take that food. That container's not very attractive. I would say, too bad, that's what you get.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Good! Say it louder.
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Louder!
I'm ugly and I'm proud.
Okay, well, this is what Google thinks are good tips.
Paper towels? Oh my gosh, no, never. You know what paper towels are for? They're towels to clean off your countertops when someone's had a spill. No, people, I'm begging you. But I do like the punch. Let's do a show with punch. With
What
punch.
kind of show would that be?
Like, large group of people, how to avoid, having to pop stuff open,
Now,
bam!
This one says, focus on the big impact items when cleaning. No one's looking at your baseboards.
That's probably true. Although, what happens is, if you start, like, okay, I'm just going to wipe down that door knob, because then you go, oh, my word, how are we living like this? And then you're doing the frame, and then you're doing the door frame, and then you're like, oh, the baseboards are hideous. So that's a slippery. When you get out the toothbrush and start going over the light plate, that's when you know you've gone too far. Yeah. You serve enough cocktail beverages, no one's going to care what anything looks like.
This says, set expectations. I hate going to a party that ends up being a bunch of people sitting around talking. Make it clear
Well-
what's going to take place at the party.
Well, okay, I would agree that. Like you say, dinner party, or we're going to do a pairing so that you're talking about why foods pair with different beverages. I get that. And if you're going to do a game night, so it's kind of along that idea of a theme, but it's not really like, it's going to be Shakespeare.
Helen, yes.
You don't want that. Unless,
Don't invite me to a Shakespeare party. by the way.
No, please.
Helen, thy beauty is to me like those Nicene box of yore. No.
Put the food where you want people to be.
Well, I'll tell you where people are going to be, and that's in your kitchen. And that's why we have these open areas now, which is fantastic because I'm usually in the kitchen, or Jimmy's in the kitchen, or both of us are. So we actually put the appetizer on the edge of the kitchen because that's where people are going to stand anyway.
Now, this person says that this is their cardinal rule for how to be a good party host. Once people arrive, enjoy yourself.
Okay, that is true. So I always say to people, you can be in the kitchen, still in the kitchen when your guests arrive, but you must be ready. You're not upstairs curling your hair. We shouldn't hear, I'll be done in a minute.
How can I be out of hairspray?
No, you need to be all ready. I've actually gone to help with parties and I've walked in and the host or hostess has been in like hideous, I've been cleaning in these clothes and I've sent them right back to the bathroom and said, do not emerge again until you are done. I will take over. But I mean,
And she says don't be stressed as a host.
well, I think until you get used to being a host, you're probably going to have a little bit of an element of stress. And what I say to that is pour yourself a glass of wine and start your own little party before the actual party gets started, and you will start to feel like you're in the party mode, I think.
I don't drink because drinking affects your decision making.
You may be right. I can't decide.
Yeah?
This
But
says
get that party started.
let other people help when you host a party. If people offer to bring a side dish.
Oh, yeah, what can I bring?
Yeah.
Famous words. And
That's a Southern thing.
it's, well, and I think it's just a polite party thing, but I will say that there are some people like Sheila, who I cater with, she wants a job when she gets here. She likes to have something to do. So I usually have something that she can do. She can slice up cucumbers or, you know, there's something that she can do. And if she arrives early, you know, Fran, when she comes, she usually entertains people. That's great. So if I have to really focus on something on the stove or whatever, yeah. I mean, there are people who come in, they don't want a job, and there are people who come in and they do want a job. They're begging you for a job.
Don't mean to interrupt, but I think we need to set up for our next shot.
I think you could be. Do I have to change my clothes?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. I've been leaving the camera running.
Oh, great. Super.
What? I just pitched a fit about paper towels. Come on over. Now go make someone feel special today.